All right, I'm back from vacation. I was gone for the last week. Left last Friday, which is why there was no Friday Night Comics last week, and there won't be this week for those that are interested or care. I just don't feel like putting that together tonight. But I do have a few cards I want to show. Before I get started, I got an email through YouTube from somebody claiming to work for the History Channel, and they were interested in talking to me about my collection because they're doing a special on people with different types of collections. And I didn't respond. The guy gave me his name and his email, but I just feel like it's sketchy, and I want nothing to do with it. Even if it was legitimate, I want nothing to do with it. I like to keep to myself. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, moving on. So, I got some cards here, and then the first one I begrudgingly angrily purchased because I guess I'm frustrated I didn't get it sooner. I wanted this card several weeks ago. I just didn't know what the hell one to get. And then it sort of got away, and I was buying other stuff. And it's Bryce Harper's rookie card. And I suppose this is the one to have from 2012 Topps Update. This guy's got, like, between the chrome and this, there's about 6 or 7 different cards, I think. And I think the most expensive card is from the base top set, which is card number 661. Now, I'm not sure why that's like a $1,000 card. I actually have that in a mini version that I pulled from a Topps mini box a few years ago. But that's only like a $40 card, maybe. So anyhow, this seems to be the one to get. I've seen other people have this card in their videos, and so I went ahead and bit the bullet. Like I said, begrudgingly, but it's like, okay. I mean, I could have said fuck it and not gotten it, and then watch this card rise to like what, $200, $300, $400. I don't know. But the only thing I have reservations about is the fact that it's so new, and I just don't know how sustainable these high prices for these new cards are. I just don't know. So keep my fingers crossed that this won't be a regret of mine, like a handful of others that I made over the years. This Bryce Harper certainly is one of the best players today, and he's still extremely young and has a lot of years ahead of him. So fingers crossed, I won't regret that. And then I got a couple of vintage here. First up is fan favorite Bobby Mercer. This is his rookie card. Well, it's his first of 2 rookie cards. He has one from 67, which is also a dual thing. I'm not sure why they did it 2 years in a row, but this would be his real rookie card from 66 Topps. Now, Bobby Mercer was one of those great Yankees that played during their lean years of like the they had that one good team in 69, but just like the 60s and early 70s, although he did leave at one point, I think in 71, I don't remember. But, he played with Joe Pepitone and Mel Stottlemyre, and Mantle's career was winding down at that point. So I like to think about, the Yankee greats connecting one another. Now, Ruth and Gehrig played together. DiMaggio, I don't think he ever played with either one of those guys. But DiMaggio did play with Mantle, and so he's connected to Mickey Mantle, who played with Mercer, I think he played with Mattingly. Mercer was on the team in '83, and that's when Mattingly came up, so they probably were at least in the dugout together at some point. And then Mattingly played up and connected to Jeter in '95 when Jeter came up for the first time for the big leagues, and that was Mattingly's last season. So just a random thought I had of connecting the Yankee greats. I think that Jeter stops that whole connection because there was no current great Yankee playing when Jeter retired, and Brett Gardner doesn't count. So anyway, like if the Ruth to DiMaggio to Mantle to Mercer to Mattingly to Jeter, connecting the Yankee greats through like the last 100 years. Anyhow, so PSA grade on this one, and I have one more card here, and every time I think of this guy, I can't help but think of Adam Sandler's Thanksgiving song where he's like, Hall of Famer Rod Carew, he converted. This is a Carew rookie from 67 and a 7.5. Now, I really like PSA 7.5s from the 60s. I've gotten a few in the past, in the last few months. I mean, Pete Rose, I think Jim Palmer. Who am I forgetting? I want to see there's somebody else in there. Nolan Ryan. 7.5s are a good grade because, one, they look like 8s, but they cost half as much as an 8. So, like this card in the PSA 8 is probably, I think it's over $1,000. This was nowhere near that. Okay, so that's why I like the 7.5 grade. For some of the bigger cards from the 60s, If the cards are cheap enough, I'll bump it up to an 8 like I did here. This Mercer was like $50, I think. I don't remember, but so a big card of a big Hall of Fame player. Shout out to DC Wicks 10, who goes by a different username now, and old friend Iska Fan. A couple of guys who are big Twins fans, and I'm sure they'll appreciate this particular card here. Yeah, so that's it. I don't have anything else really. I think I'm trying to catch up. I was gone for a week, but these are the 3 cards that I pulled the trigger on, and I guess next week I'll return with a new episode of Friday Night Comics. Until then, if not sooner, yeah, I'll talk to you later.